Stickman, long time no see. The processing flow, some HTTP is shown below. So some Stickman request to web server, to their web browser. The web browser will represent some request data. So what? This one. If writing the URL on web browser, we already know that this one because many times repeat again. But we need more understanding in network part. So when we cast some URL or something that throw to your laptop network card and to connect web server, their link layer, and we'll throw their kernel and TCP/IP part and request their application layer. Yeah. So transmission is requested to web server. So, interpret the file and send the request again if it contains image. So requested content is interpreted. File or image returns as a response. Yeah. As I told you, there are some throw to some many OSI layer. Mr. 3, understanding? Yeah. It means that I will told you more detail maybe next training time. Yeah. Because web server doesn't know who are return, who are response, who are request. So they web server some needed to information. So which have some this information? So TCP/IP have. So where is it? For example, request and response specify details. What content is included in the HTTP request and response? Yeah. The important things on request is the command to throw to the server, for example, get. So when request some another web server or something, so we using this get. Am I right? Yeah. I really long time ago, so when I make some other PHP script, so, get and some post means sending data. Yeah. The header part contains various additional information. So we will more detail later. This what is a header? So which of consists of this header? More anyway, so information n is used for file control. This one. Before that, so this HTTP part have some request this information. Get is HTTP 1.1 type. It means that specify the request command and target data for the server. So include this information. User agent is a Mozilla or some more anything, Explorer. Anyway, so host is this one. World Wide Web. Is www is mean that World Wide Web. Friends. World Wide Web point SNA Vietnam. Connection is keep alive. I will explain later. Keep alive. And so cookies, we already have some cookie. Some can using session. More many things have. Some blah 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 blah. Deliver detailed information to the browser. So input character contains one new type in the browser. This one. So we'll deliver this one application layer. On the other hand, the picture below shows the result of the request and its status information. It also stores actual data in the message button. If you have experience to making HTML script, so you can easily understand this one. Okay, this time you can see with a long laptop. Okay, nowadays let's try some one more thing. So it's really easy. Now you can use some other notepad. Yeah. And you can. More, you can see. You can feel this one. That's just kidding. You can change anything. But when save this file, it's important to move. Don't forget it. For this one, you have to save this one, HTML tag, when you save this file. Already finished?
Yes.
And this time you can see that. And so after finish save, and when open this file using your web browser, so your web browser interpreted this file, and this file is just consists of HTML. So web browser passing in HTML. So maybe this HTML really simple. So when you make this HTML file, you can include maybe this one. Someone is automatically sending web server. Okay? Finish this test. That's very simple. So HTTP does not send commands or control communication through its lower layer, IP or wired. Because of this, it can be seen that the HTTP request consists of only a few commands, which is a very simple structure. Okay, so 6.5. Okay, we can see the layer 7 or layer 7 is the top. Protocol HTTP of application layer. So in the future, the HTTP request is mean almost the data. So the application layer protocol is communicated through the client process and the HTTP process. In this picture, we are putting data into the application hole that communicates. We can call this hole is just socket. So some programmer, developer, when they are making some other communicate program, they have to use using this socket. Yeah. Don't have to make it whole between this system cannot communicate. Yes. Let's check. Two other system. Now situation is no relate anything. So wanted to relate, we just off. Make a hole and relate this one. There are some logical. So this hole is called the socket. Data writing to the socket is passed to the other socket. So for this part, the application layer protocol only write the required data to the socket, and all communications are delegated to this pad. So this part, so read the data sent by communication partner and process the request of the communication partner. HTTP request. It is transmitted to the server via TCP IP. Yeah. TCP IP will deliver some application layer. So this socket some handle in kernel. It means that socket include the part is just OS part. So OS provide this library. So when make it some other program, so Mr. Long first one is understanding their OS environment, how to use socket this one first. Maybe socket just to only some understanding socket is some really heavy book, over 500 pages. Yeah. TCP/IP is also same. So how is this convenient socket made? If the application process is doing network communication of the line that allow the kernel to communicate with the other application, because I wanted to communicate via TCP/IP, of course, the referral method is a system call. Yeah. As I told you, yeah, that's just some OS part. We already many times system call interface. Yeah, system call interface many things behavior. At this time, two pieces of the information of the connection destination server are required: IP address and port number. Yeah. So maybe Mr. you already know that IP address. What is IP address? Yeah, IP address is unique. Yeah. But maybe I can guess you first think that what is port? Am I right? Yes. Yeah. So there are each other IP arrived of location and TCP arrived location. The requested kernel create a socket. This time, because it used TCP, it means that it used TCP, and when IP address and port number information is passed to the kernel through the system call, a connection with the connection target server is created. It seems very simple, but the kernel is doing a lot of hard work.